Right, so for today's video, we are going to a different location, but I had to stop off somewhere first, just to drop off a couple of things. However, on the way back to the car from dropping the stuff off, we found this little treasure, this little nice little thing, nice little motorbike. I mean, it's not just any usual motorbike, it's like it says Harley Davidson on it. It looks pretty nice, got a cool army colour to it, and I won't lie to you, we don't get much of these kind of things around Bradford. At least I don't see them anyway. So I thought, why don't we just take 5 minutes? We're not going to touch it, we're not like that. So we'll just keep a distance from it and just snap cool pictures of it, because, I mean, why not? And after the pictures, then we'll go on with the video. So let's go on with it. Right, and that is it for this little section of the video. It really wasn't needed, not at all. We were just walking past it, saw it, thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, it had nothing to do with today's video. But anyway, let's continue on and start with today's video. Alright, so today we are in a coffee shop. I got hot chocolate, doesn't really matter. But anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to carry on the videos I've done previously. So we've obviously done a pre-wedding shoot, and we've also done the actual wedding day. So that's 2 videos there. And I was thinking today, why don't we do the post-wedding, so the editing side of it. We're not really going to go into the legal side of things. Today's mainly going to be about just the editing side of things, and basically what you need to think about when you are editing, maybe the things that you need to consider when you are doing it, and just a little bit after that as well. But we'll get into that in a bit. So let's, get set up. I've already got stuff ready, laptop open, book ready, camera and stuff. We're pretty much all set, so let's get going. Alright, first thing that you might want to consider, actually no, not even consider, this is something that you should definitely do. So once you've got all your, your footage or your pictures, all that kind of stuff on your laptop, on your computer, whatever, definitely 100% make backups of it, because you don't want to get to the point where you've just had a once in a lifetime day, session, shoot, whatever, and a week goes by, maybe 2 weeks, middle of editing, and then it's all, corrupts, gets deleted, all that kind of stuff. You don't want any of that, because I mean, I don't have to tell you how bad that is. That's awful. So first thing you want to do, definitely make backups of everything. And maybe if push it, make 2 backups. You want to be very careful with this, because there's one time it's kind of happened to me almost. That was a while back, but we don't go back to that point. So remember, always backup first. That's your first point. Okay, so the second thing that you want to do is go through all your images, because I'm assuming what you should have done, what you definitely should have done, is take a bunch of pictures, just continuously have your shutter on and just take a bunch of pictures of, even if you're looking for one shot, you take a bunch, because then you have a good selection. So then what you can do in this point now, you're going to go back and select all the images that you want to edit, because there's no point wasting your time and editing every single image, because you're not going to give them every single image. So you're going to pick out certain shots that you want to give them, and then from there you kind of build your idea of the day. So you're going to have your start, from your start to your end. So obviously you'll start with maybe just some simple shots of being in the house, getting there. End shot, everything's done, the whole party's done, everyone's happy, everybody's gone home, you're at that point. So you want to tell a story from beginning to end, and you're going to do that with very certain shots, the ones that tell that story. So make a folder and then select the pictures that you want to edit and obviously give afterwards. That is your second point. Alright, so now you've got your selected images in one folder and you're ready to edit them. Now, one thing to definitely consider before you even start editing anything, well, obviously you can do your basic edit, so if something's a bit too blown out, adjust the highlights, all that kind of stuff. But one thing to definitely consider when you get to the main bit of the editing, where you're adding style to the images, definitely remember what your client has said, because it's one of the things where you don't want to, make something super, what's the word? I want to say super edited, because with the past client that we had, the photo shoot that we had, for these past 3 videos, we were kind of told, and we kind of discussed that the editing style really should be very almost minimal, to the point where it wasn't noticeable. And that's just obviously for this client. There has been other clients in previous years where they say, they want vibrant colors, things, and obviously you can kind of tell sometimes if something's too vibrant, it doesn't look realistic. So take in what your client wants and kind of just make it work for all the images. And I mean, there is a way to do that. It's pretty simple. Just go through, look at your images and try and find the balance point between this looks good, but I'm not overdoing it. I'm not overdoing the sharpness, because that happens a couple times. I've seen 1 or 2 shots from people I've looked on online. They overdo the sharpness a bit and it looks not even grainy, just there's a weird outline sometimes around the nose area, the eyes. So just edit with caution and listen to what your client wants. That's part 3. So the next thing that you want to consider is, and it kind of does vary sometimes, if you are a solo photographer, if you're photography with a partner or something, you want to make sure, if you are sharing the editing load, you want to make sure that you're both editing consistently and you both have the same kind of style really. So I mean, myself, I'm shooting with a partner, and obviously we're both doing different parts of the editing, but we want to give our client the same consistent look. So what we've done is we've actually planned out some days to meet up. We've discussed the editing style that we're going to do, sometimes a little bit of the settings on Lightroom and Photoshop. So the best thing is have communication and try and, it is in your best interest to meet up as much as you can, just so no one gets confused about something, oh, I tried to do this with the picture, I didn't do this with the picture, because then by the time it comes to you giving your pictures to your client, there could be a chance that they look a bit off and one might look completely overdone, one completely underdone. So the best thing is really keep a nice clean line of communication and be as vocal as you can with your partner. If you're with a partner, if you're by yourself, even better. It's all just you. So it might be actually, to be honest, if you've got a partner, you can blame something on them. You know what I mean? So if you are by yourself, it's all your fault. Just remember that. So if anything, I say bring a partner. That way you can push the blame on them. That's what I'm saying. All right, so change of plans. Originally we were going to do the whole video in the coffee shop, but we had to leave, and also we had 1 or 2 technical issues, which, to be honest, is fine, because like I said at the beginning, we made the backups. So it's a good thing that maybe that issue did occur, even though generally it wouldn't be. For the video it's good. But anyway, I'm just going to park up in just a car park, finish off the last little bit of editing that I've got to do, and then maybe just one point left to really go over. So we'll go over that, and then I think we're actually done with the video. So let's get going. Alright, so we are parked up and we are good to go and got our laptop ready, so let's go on with it. Now the last point is something that you might find maybe a little bit useful if you're just thinking about photography or videography as like a side project, really, something that you want to do. It's not the main thing you want to do, but it's a decent source of income. Think of it like that. Or this could be a really almost groundbreaking point if you want to take your photography, your videography, your business, and really almost transcend it, really make people think, make your customers think. You put thought into the post process. You're actually a pretty caring business. Now that point is well, obviously when you give them that final edit, the collection of images, that you don't just give them maybe just, you know, on a a normal USB, you airdrop them, or you just kind of just give it to them, and there's nothing big or special about it. Because what a lot of people do, and what you can try and do it maybe when you're a bit more established and you've got the income coming in, I guess. But what you can do is, you get some bespoke USBs. I'm pretty sure you should be able to find a company online, possibly Etsy. You'll probably get some on there where they can engrave like Mr. and Mrs. and then the name of whoever's getting married. Maybe if it's someone's party, you put their name on it, or just anything like that. You can get some bespoke USBs. You can maybe even get, I'm pretty sure I've actually seen some bespoke like hard drives, the big things, and you could maybe put a bit of a message on there if you know them kind of personally or something like that. Do that kind of stuff. Photo albums, get some really decorative ones for them, organize that for them. I mean, that one specifically, to be honest, that one takes a bit more time, a bit more effort. So that one you actually might have to take in a bit more, a bit more cost into that when you're charging. And again, it's one of the things where obviously you're making a bit of money, but your clients won't actually see it like that, because obviously you're kind of showing them that you're going to put this time and effort into giving them a final product that they can show all their friends, their family, then keep on the bookshelf. It look nice and all that kind of stuff. So think about that, and I would say it's definitely worth doing in the long term if you want to grow as a business. Again, like I said, beginning of this point, it's showing that you care, you put time and effort behind every part of your process and all that kind of stuff. So you know what, I think that was my last point, to be honest. So anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you did like it, because this was a bit of a weird one, because it was like a three-parter, and hopefully you did find each one useful in their own way, whether it was thinking about how to do something, whether it was maybe you're a bit worried or something about preparing for something. It might even be the little things like, this very last point, about a bit of time and care into the final product, because I mean, it's one of the things some people might overlook it, but it's one of the things also where if you do it, again, like I said, it shows you care. So it's one of the things to remember. But anyway, hope you like the last 3 videos. I hope you like this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video. And hopefully, I mean, to be honest, the past couple of weeks have been kind of hectic, so the uploads have been kind of shifty. We've kind of missed 1 or 2 weeks, but hopefully we'll be getting back to regular once a week videos. We'll see. I'm not going to promise anything, I'm just hoping for it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in next week's video.